For centuries, I've been kept prisoner inside this cold, hard steel. Feared and resented by my own people, I have been left to rot, forgotten by time.
Are you a fan of the Souls series that are looking for something different? Or are you perhaps a fan of the Dogma series that are looking for something new? Whichever the case, chances are that you clicked this video because you were curious or because you are in search for something new to play, something different and refreshing. If so, you are in luck, because Bloodspear is just that, a new and refreshing game with interesting combat mechanics and a fascinating story that is currently available on Steam. It is a bit short, but it's really good and definitely worth a playthrough. The game is originally a student game, which won the first prize of the jury at the ISAD Digital Montreal, which is a creative school for video games and 3D visual effects. After being released as a short game on Steam and receiving overwhelmingly positive reviews, it seems like the development for a full-blown game has commenced. Now, I say that it seems like it due to there being a questionnaire about various features and what could be improved about the game in the future at the end of the game, but I don't know for sure. When it comes to gameplay and various mechanics such as combat, atmosphere and boss battles, Bloodspear is surprisingly refreshing, bringing simple but yet effective and very satisfying combat to the table. The level design and the atmosphere has clearly been inspired by Dark Souls, but the development team has done a great job in giving Bloodspear its own identity, and I gotta say that they have done a killer job with the atmosphere. It is dark, ambient, and it really goes well with the gameplay and lifts the whole game. As I mentioned earlier, the combat in Bloodspear is very satisfying. It is straightforward and easy to understand, but at the same time has depth and can be incredibly brutal. As the title of the game entails, your weapon is a spear, which when launched will return to you. You can charge power throws, do short AoE attack, and also launch an ethereal spear into your opponent and later make it explode, which just feels awesome. The thing I don't like though is that there is no jump function in the game, but I am sure that that is something that will be added in the future. The boss battle and the death mechanics of Bloodspear is where the game really shines. Not only is the boss battle a throwback to the old days of Castlevania and Super Nintendo era, but it's also fair. I often feel that some of the bosses in Dark Souls 3 are difficult just for the sake of being difficult, with subpar mechanics when compared to Dark Souls 1, which at times was difficult but fair. Bloodspear, just like Dark Souls 1, provides a fair challenge if you pay attention to what you do, and chances are, if you don't pay attention, that you will die. And when you do, something rather interesting will happen. Instead of having to start the whole fight over again, you, the spear, will disconnect from its host, and you will have an opportunity with a timer to find a new host and continue the battle. This leaves for both intense and action-packed combat that can flow instead of being interrupted if you do just one mistake or if a glitch happens. As good as the Souls series is, I always kind of hated having to run a rather large distance to get back to the boss battle to start over from the beginning. It slows down the pace and you will have lost steam by the time you get there, which is kind of important. Bloodspear is a short and rather interesting game with huge potential that mixes new with old and brings some much needed innovation to the action RPG genre. I have really high hopes for the game, and I hope that the team behind it is truly working on a full-blown title. Until next time, go kill a mushroom.